Hey guys, so I just finished watching The Incredible Hulk starring Edward Norton, Liv Tyler, Tim Roth, William Hurt, Tim Blake Nelson, Ty Burrell, Lou Ferrigno, Stan Lee, and Robert Downey Jr. cameoing as Tony Stark. Now, The Incredible Hulk was number 2 in the Marvel Universe. Iron Man had come out a few years before this one, and then we got The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton. He didn't carry on the role after this film. Mark Ruffalo obviously took over the role for the Avengers and is still playing the role up to current day. Now, the reason he didn't come back, and I'm going to read this from Google, we've made the decision to not bring Ed Norton back to portray the title role of Bruce Banner in The Avengers. Our decision is definitely not one based on monetary factors, but instead rooted in the need for an actor who embodies the creativity and collaborative spirit of our other talented cast members. And that's from somebody high up in Marvel. So there were rumours afoot, obviously, creative differences aside. Edward Norton didn't feel like he wanted to return to the role. I don't know if he was booted or if he jumped. But in any case, what we got here is a really good movie. I find The Incredible Hulk to be a lot of fun from start to finish. This movie is just a blast. Everyone involved is giving it their all, and they're having a great time doing it. Yeah, it's 10 years old now, so yeah, it's one of the early Marvel movies. The CGI of the Hulk is, well, you definitely can tell it's CGI, especially in the 4K HDR version that this movie gives us. You can definitely tell it's CGI versus reality. The argument can be stated that even with the current movie, like even in Thor Ragnarok with Mark Ruffalo in the role, the Hulk still looks digital, albeit fantastically rendered, but he's still digital. But this one, yeah, you can see that it's obviously a little bit dated, but still he looks really good, very presentable, and he works in the context of the film. He looks amazing. And obviously, yeah, this Hulk is very much the supermodel version of the Hulk with the hair and the good looks. So definitely not knocking Mark Ruffalo and his iteration of the Hulk, but this Hulk was definitely more glam. So the director of The Transporter takes the helm on this movie, Louis Leterrier, and he really does kind of deliver the goods. It's a fun romp, like I said. The dramatic beats are fine, and the action is definitely on point. There's a lot of fun to be had with the action in this film. We do definitely get a lot of Hulk carnage, and the introduction of the Abomination towards the end of the film is also really well done.
What the hell was that?
It's a good time at the theatre, this one. It's just rock'em, sock'em, rampage, Hulk smash and all that stuff. And we also get a little bit of a nod to Bill Bixby, who played the role in the 1970s with Lou Ferrigno.
And now when David Banner grows angry or outraged, a startling metamorphosis occurs.
That was a lot of fun. When I was a kid growing up, I really adored watching this series. 70s TV shows is what kind of formulated my love for television and introduced me to Marvel creations. I never really heard of the Hulk before, except for the old 1966 TV series.
Doc Bruce Banner, belted by gamma rays, turns into the Hulk.
Ain't he on glamour rays?
Wrecking the town with the power of a bull.
Ain't no monster clown who is as lovable
As ever-loving Hulk. Hulk, Hulk.
I still have that theme song playing in my head all the time, and I really do like the way they incorporated the theme song to The Incredible Hulk, the Bill Bixby one, in this movie. If you look for it, you'll see it. Nice little nod to the original series, and we do get a little brief cameo of Bill Bixby in this film as well. Not going to spoil it, you have to go hunting. And yeah, before this iteration as well, we also had Ang Lee's Hulk with Eric Bana and Jennifer Connelly. It was a fine film. Nick Nolte played the bad guy. A lot of dramatic acting in that one, and a lot of cartoonish comic panels. So I really kind of did love what Ang Lee did with Hulk and his comic book feel for the movie. although it wasn't really well received, so it did make the studio execs a little nervous about moving on with the Hulk franchise. Even the Marvel executives are nervous about giving the Incredible Hulk a sequel, like a direct sequel. The plan so far is just to have Mark Ruffalo and the Hulk appear in other Marvel movies and not really have his own. I covered this a little bit more in my Thor Ragnarok review, but yeah, it really sucks. But anyway, Eric Bana as the Hulk I thought was really, really cool. Here's a quick transformation scene of Eric Bana giving his all as the Hulk.
Talbot. Yeah? You're making me angry. Oh, am I?
Fun, yeah? Obviously, the special effects are getting improved with every movie. The Hulk, Ang Lee's Hulk, came out in 2003. So it took another 5 years before they decided to reboot and give us The Incredible Hulk. And funnily enough, we don't really see or hear from Betty Ross ever again after this movie. She was played marvelously well by Jennifer Connelly in Hulk, and Liv Tyler does a pretty good job as Betty Ross in this one, although I don't really love Liv Tyler as an actress. She was perfectly cast in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. She was fantastic as Arwen in those films. But here she's just a little wooden. She's gorgeous, but coming up against someone of Ed Norton's acting caliber and the likes of William Hurt, yeah, I do hear reports that when an actor is up against somebody who is really, really good, they do up their game. But I don't really. I love you, Liv.
There's only one thing that can fight that. It's in me.
Maybe if I can control it, I can use it.
But yeah, Betty Ross is never really mentioned again. I can't recall if Mark Ruffalo, his version of Bruce Banner, has ever mentioned her. Let me know in the comments. So, The Incredible Hulk, blast from start to finish. Bruce Banner's on the run. He's hiding out in Brazil.
I've been alone for a long time. Not because I want to be, but because until I solve this problem, I have to be.
General Ross is after him after the initial transformation of Bruce into the Hulk almost gets Betty Ross killed. So General Ross has got a real vendetta about Banner, and he wants him, and he wants the Hulk as well. So he's going to do everything he can with all his military backup to capture him.
Fugitive from the U.S. government who stole military secrets.
This is the location. Snatch and grab only, live capture.
Take him.
And Bruce is just hell-bent on finding himself a cure. So he's hiding out, staying off the radar and trying to get a cure for himself. He's practicing some calming techniques, doing everything he can to stay calm. He's working at a bottling plant, and he, comes a cropper with some hoodlums, some bad dudes who want to kind of rough him up a little bit. Don't make me hungry. You wouldn't like me when I'm hungry. That was a pretty good line. That's funny. He inadvertently has a little bit of an accident. Some blood from his cut finger goes into one of the bottles, and he's like in a panic because his blood is highly toxic, full of gamma radiation, and he does everything he can to stop the process of the bottling plant to find the blood. Thinks he does, misses one, and poor old Stan Lee kind of has a swig from this drink and ends up getting gamma poisoning. So that was Stan Lee's cameo in this movie. And from there, we do have a series of events where the military tracks him down. From there on in, we have Bruce on the run, military interaction, and a lot of Hulk carnage.
Once he's going in.
Pull back now.
And also the Abomination at the end is really, really cool. Amazing fight scene at the end of the movie with the Hulk and Abomination, both really rendered quite nicely. It is a bit violent too. I remember the first time I saw this, I was a little bit taken aback by how violent the fighting is. But, you know, now watching it, it's just like watching a cartoon. But still a lot of fun. I enjoyed this movie so much. Giving The Incredible Hulk a rating, I'm going to give it an 8 because this movie doesn't kind of try to be anything else. Yeah, it's a soft reboot of the franchise. I really love how they have their nods to the original Incredible Hulk, the 70s series. And it just wants to entertain you. The special effects are fantastic for its day. They still hold up really well. Edward Norton does a great job in the role and everyone has fun. So it's just about having a good time in the theatre and expanding the MCU from its very first baby steps. We even get the Iron Man Tony Stark cameo at the end. This movie didn't even have the stinger at the end of the credits. That was way before they even come on board. It was like a little stinger at the end of the movie just before the credits. No stinger at the end. So that became a thing later on. I think it first turned up in Captain America, the First Avenger. It's been a long time since I've seen these movies. And I really do enjoy that we're getting the 4K version of these films, like I said in my Blu Ray DVD haul in my last vlog. Having all these movies come to 4K will be nice because they do get more colourful as they go along. As a cartoon world, the brighter the better. So the 4K HDR in this film is good. It's got some grain and a few scenes are a little soft focus, but overall the 4K on this is really, really nice. You get a lot of details in the skin tones. There's a few forest scenes as well with the leaves and the rain. The lightning scene where the Hulk is kind of screaming at the sky. The HDR just kicked my ass in this film. The hues of the Hulk, you can see different colours of his green. The greens of the forest setting that we had earlier in the film as well. The battle, the CGI creations of the Abomination and the Hulk both looked amazing in HDR. The blacks are fantastic, a lot of night scenes, really gorgeous. You can see every detail, and especially at the end with the big fight scene and the explosions and the colours and everything was just fantastic. Did you know the Hulk's eyes turn blue when he's turning back into Banner? I spotted that in this movie. Fantastic. So, The Incredible Hulk, 4K HDR, number 2 in the Marvel Universe. Awesome fun. I've always had a soft spot for this flick. I don't know why it wasn't really well received, but I enjoyed it. Edward Norton was fun in the role, but I am really, really glad we got Mark Ruffalo now. If Edward Norton had carried on, I'm sure we still would have had a fantastic Hulk and a fantastic Banner. So I'm glad that they at least got another fantastic actor to carry on the mantle, and Mark Ruffalo is tops, and he's made it his own. So anyway, guys, thank you for checking into my channel. That's my review on The Incredible Hulk 4K HDR. It was fantastic fun. Loved it. Check it out. Don't forget to subscribe. Throw me a thumbs up. And I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.